Hi, this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. And if you're like me, finding a place to eat is never an easy thing to do. Whether you're in New York or DC or traveling, I always find myself wishing I had a trusted friend I could call to tell me where to have dinner or lunch or just where to eat. The infatuation is that friend. The infatuation helps you find the right restaurant for any situation. Need a place for a first date? Trying to find a spot for your birthday that you don't want to celebrate, except you kind of have to. I had that a couple of weeks ago, by the way. The infatuation has you covered in all these situations and many, many more. So if you need a place to eat, but don't want to read through thousands of unreliable crowdsourced reviews from imbeciles that you have no idea who they are, hit up theinfatuation.com or download their free app for iOS or Android to search thousands of restaurant reviews and guides in 22 major cities around the world. Or let the infatuation do the work for you by sending a text to 64560. Again, that's text to 64560. A real person is going to respond to you and help you find a restaurant that's perfect for whatever situation you're in. Now, let's get going. This is the No BS Coaching Advice Podcast, episode 106. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. I'd like to spend some time, at this point it's weekly, talking with you about some element of life, the universe, and everything. And as I record this, it's the day before Christmas. And for many of you, you're heading off into family situations that have a little bit of charge to them, shall we say. And you know, folks, there are many battles that you're going to be involved with in life that really aren't all that important. You know, for those of you who are younger and you're dealing with older parents, you know, what difference does it make if they're wrong? Seriously, what difference does it really make? You know, there's going to come a time in life where you're going to look back and you're going to remember some of the pleasant things about many of your parents, and you're going to come to realize some of the battles that you fought really weren't all that important. One of the lessons in life is to learn when to pick your battles. That's true professionally. That's true personally. Some of these fights we get into don't matter. I know with my parents, they were, my mom in particular was quite opinionated. And for years, we battled and battled. And I came to realize some of the stuff we were fighting about was absolutely stupid. And it really didn't matter to me. Habit had built up. And the notion of, like they see in so many of the Christmas movies, the family arguments over garbage. So just pick your battles instead of trying to win every war. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes. You make mistakes, right? You know, many of the mistakes I've made is because I thought I'd been right about something. Again, I don't know if that's your experience, but it's certainly been mine. It's not what you know that gets you in trouble. It's what you don't know or what you think you know gets, well, at least it got me into trouble way too often. As I was recording this show earlier, I got interrupted by 2 phone calls. The first call was my brother wanting to talk about the New York Giants. He's older than I am. He's in his 70s, I'm in my 60s, and his health is somewhat complicated. And I was briefly annoyed, and then I got immersed in the conversation. And I was just starting to record again when I got a call from my wife, who was upstairs and sick. She drove back from New York yesterday for 11 and a half hours by herself after driving up there by herself and helping our son visit 2 schools that he's thinking of enrolling in. You know, I pause for a second and say, where was my mind during those 2 phone calls? You know, she needs my help. She's sick. She's not eating anything. She needs something from the store. My brother, all he's trying to do is connect. I spend so much time encouraging people to reach out, and here folks do it, and my mind is annoyed. Does that happen to you folks? Does your mind get annoyed like mine does? Lord knows I got pissy, excuse my language there. And it's not their fault, it's me. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood, and I will take it out on others, and it's, they don't deserve it. Don't take things out on others that they don't deserve. So I'm not going to blame others for my reaction or responses. That's purely on me. I'm not going to make any excuses because, as I think about it, the common variable of failure is excuses, and we tend to rationalize our choices and our behavior with excuses. I made a decision. You'll make a decision about how you react to family who do certain things during the holidays that just annoy the heck out of you. Remember, this is a time of year for joy, celebration, and many other good things. In the Jewish faith that I was raised in, Hanukkah was a time of celebration of a miracle. Christmas, another miracle. New Year, an opportunity to start the year in a particular way of our choice. Start early. Make a decision to celebrate your holidays in your particular way, not with anger, not with annoyance, but making the choice about how you feel. So that's today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you listen to the show. Just subscribe so you get downloads whenever I release a new episode. Each show is going to be bite-sized morsels of advice just like today's. I hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope you subscribe. And if you do choose to subscribe, I hope you decide to support the show. There's a link that will take you to anchor.fm where you can make a pledge in support of the show. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in my coaching you, connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show. I just happen to like knowing I'm helping some folks. And once we're connected, message me about your interest in coaching. We'll set up a free call. We'll get acquainted, see if it makes sense. I'll be back soon with more. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Take care. Time for